I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals while drinking booze.
Cheers! Gosh, now we're officially a year in. Loved our live broadcast.
I mean, we did a live broadcast, guys, all right?
Drinking some beer.
It was a huge success. No, we were drinking martinis.
Well, this show, we're drinking beer.
No, you are. I'm drinking a ginger beer with no...
Beer is beer is beer.
Okay.
I gotta wait for it to be done.
Man, you can't do it. I don't know. Oh, it has to be more empty.
We'll get there. By the end of the show, we'll get there. By the beer whistle.
Episode 53. Yeah, we're doing beer and ginger beer. I don't feel like...
Whistle.
I don't feel like... Nope, that's not... Nope, it's not it at all.
Chelsea makes fun of me because I suck at spelling. I don't know if any of you guys suck at spelling, but I do.
Yeah.
And
Lauren
I still am really bad at it.
How did you spell whistle?
Wistel.
Absolutely not. No, that's in no way correct.
Here's the truth of it, guys.
Or here's the other one, guys. This was my favorite. Was 90s. Like 90s songs, 90s, you know.
I mean, now that I look at it, I could see where it's wrong, but it made sense at the time.
Nindies. Nindies.
The truth of it is that I was in resource my whole education until high school. After high school, I actually went away to college to an acting conservatory.
Yes.
And after that, I had to take a couple of college courses. I tested into honors English.
Boom.
So clearly they didn't have spelling in honors English at college level. Still something I struggle with. And you know what? I can't be everything to everyone, and I don't care. I suck at spelling, but I am really great in bed, so fuck you.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure how those two things are connected, but
trust me, they're connected.
Oh no, keep your spelling up because nope, that didn't fix it.
Whistle.
There we go.
Ellie.
So, because it brings me joy. It brings me joy because you're good at so many things that to see what you're bad at is like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, there's like a couple of things that I really suck at.
Right.
Spelling is one of them. I'm not a very good reader either.
Reading actually kind of bores me. Like if I know I need to go to bed, then guess what? I'll open a book and I'm asleep in
No, but I mean even reading
seconds.
Like in front of people, like cold reading is something as an actor we've got to do, and I
actually love
suck at it.
Oh,
I get so nervous.
Really?
When I was a little kid, I used to read out loud in class, you know, like choose the kids. I'd count the kids and the paragraphs and then read ahead and try and memorize it. That's probably why I'm so good at memorizing.
Wow. Yeah.
But I'm still today. I'm just not gonna. You know what? That's my flaw. There's probably a couple of others, but they don't need to be mentioned on one episode. We should.
It's only 30. It's only a 30-minute episode.
Yeah,
so,
let's spread that out. So I'm not perfect.
When we do an hour episode, we'll start talking about her flaws because we'll have more time. So, cheers.
Cheers. To not being perfect.
That was mean. Yes. So, as you guys know, I have multiple jobs. I have like 9 jobs in my life because I don't do well in one position.
Missionary 69 doggy style. That's literally where my brain went.
Are you finished?
No, I'm horny. Clearly, okay. I don't even. It's like, what is that? I'm sorry.
I didn't know we were gonna.
She doesn't do good in one position. Go.
Head down that that route today.
Go ahead.
So I am not the kind of person who thrives on like a 9 to 5. Like I can't do that. Just one job Monday through Friday. I don't operate that well. In that realm. I need to have multiple jobs. Each week needs to be slightly different because that's how my brain operates best. So I started creating my own jobs. So I definitely just create jobs as I see fit and as they come. You know what I'm saying?
No. What job did you create, and can I have one?
No, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I moved back to Benicia, I started doing trivia. I started doing comedy in my hometown, Benicia, our hometown. Well, not yours, but you live here. Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
That was disgusting.
I'm so sorry. It felt incredible.
Excuse me.
I said excuse me, but you were too busy.
You said I'm sorry.
No, I said excuse me like this, and I said I'm
need
so
to replay
sorry.
the video?
Yeah, rewind it.
No.
Okay.
I'll rewind it later.
Thank you. Do you want another one? Excuse me, Lauren. I am so sorry that the burp happened.
Apology accepted.
Jesus Christ. Can you spell burp? So
B-U-R-R-R-R-R-R P burp.
So I do. I create jobs for myself, and I'll contact a location, ask them if they have entertainment, if they want entertainment, and I'll just create a position.
Right.
And so all the jobs that I have are jobs that I am passionate about, that I love to do, that bring me joy. And this weekend, I had to say goodbye to the one job in my life that was not for me. I was doing a job for somebody else. Like, I was hired through a company, and it was not bringing me joy, and it was not.
But it wasn't a 9 to 5 either.
It was not a 9 to 5. It was an entertainment type job as well. But it was not for me. I was fulfilling a job for somebody else's company to move forward.
Okay, so go. What was the job?
I was a bubble maker. Like, I would perform bubble shows for little kids at parties or schools or assemblies or parks or outdoor event spaces, and I would put on a show of bubbles, a bubble show. I would put them in bubbles. I'd put their heads in bubbles. They would make bubbles. I'd put bubbles in bubbles. I mean, it was actually kind of fun to do all that and create all these different types of things.
But it wasn't your bubble.
And it wasn't my bubble. I just wasn't finding the joy in it. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't something that was for me. I didn't make it, and it wasn't bringing me joy. But I also got cast. Oh my gosh, this segues perfectly. I actually got cast in a sketch comedy troupe called Killing My Lobster, which is based out of San Francisco, and is apparently a big deal. I had no idea. I had never heard of them before. Had you heard of them?
Nope.
No. So, but I told a friend of mine in Los Angeles about this troupe, and he had totally heard of them. He was like, Chelsea, that's a big deal. And I had no idea.
Yeah, I was going to audition too, but I had to work at my other show that wasn't a bubble show. It was a wine show.
But you're going to audition in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay? What is happening?
I'm just so depressed.
Okay. Because I'm quitting
I can't
bubbles?
spell and I'm drinking beer.
Oh. Do you want me to do a bubble show for you?
Bubbles and beer.
Bubbles and beer and bubbles and beer.
Bubbles and beer, and I'm bummed about it.
Oh.
Anyway. No, Killing My Lobster, I know. They're great. It's all sketch comedy, which is something you're so good at.
Thank you. And it's all paid. Everything is paid.
Hello.
Yeah, which is great. So I'm really excited.
Billions of dollars.
But I was just able to, they're going to need me for a lot of weekends.
Where's the name come from? Killing My Lobster.
Absolutely no idea. I have no idea. Just one lobster.
It's uncomfortable because I don't eat seafood.
I love seafood.
Ugh.
So you don't eat seafood, or what's the meat thing you have? You can't eat meat if it looks like part of the animal. Isn't that right? Like a bone in.
Oof. Yeah, no. I can. I don't. I prefer not to.
So
I don't want to be reminded where my food comes from.
Okay.
So I prefer for it to be out or away from the bones and not bleeding.
So you can't. So you don't eat ribs or anything, right?
No. Nope. No.
Oh my God.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So can you eat like bread out of the oven? Because even though it reminds you that it used to be in the oven. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know how far this goes.
Well, if it was flour and it was still attached to a flour, I probably couldn't do it.
A fruit from a tree, like you can't.
Probably couldn't. No, it has to be brought to me.
Stop! I'm dead.
It probably would have to be brought to me without the little.
Oh, stem.
Stick. Yeah.
Not a stick.
It's got to be stickless.
No, stem.
Stemless, stickless.
Stick.
They have sticks. Some of them have sticks.
Yeah.
I saw an orange with a little stick on it.
Okay.
One of those little fucking cuties, a little stick on it, with a little leaf.
Yeah, those are stems.
Yeah, and it's like leave it alone.
Good one.
You're all weak, people.
Hey.
No, I don't take it that far. I can't eat seafood because it makes me projectile vomit, and I prefer not to eat meat that's still moves.
But just because there's a bone in it doesn't mean that
I don't like it.
Nope.
No, I don't want to be reminded.
Gotcha.
Just like I can't have meat that tastes like meat. Like if you take a piece of steak and you put it on a grill by itself with just salt and pepper, I'm not eating it. Because it tastes to me like the meat that I saw in Alive when I watched that movie and they were cutting people's butt cheeks off and eating it because they had nothing else to eat. And I just, no. I can't even eat tri-tip. I love tri-tip and my husband cooks a great tri-tip.
Yeah.
But I have a slice or two and then I'm like, I can't.
Wow.
I can't do it, guys. More for the rest of you guys.
That's very true.
I'll have the
thank
zooks.
you.
I'll have the zooks and the carrots.
They're great.
There really isn't a vegetable I don't like. Eggplant I could probably do without. They just kind of mushy in the middle when they're cooked. They kind of taste like phlegm a little bit with their little seedsies. But, I mean, I could still do it.
Yeah, if you do eggplant right, you can do it. You can, yes.
Same with Brussels sprouts. I could do that shit,
I
too.
love Brussels sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
Chance eats so, like, his palate is crazy for a toddler.
Yeah, he's a good eater. He'll just eat whatever you give him.
Right.
You could give him garbage and he'll eat it.
Yeah.
You say bites, and he'll just be like,
yeah.
And then it's like toxic waste.
Bites and sips. So
am I watching him next week?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm only gonna give you ribs to feed.
No, he's not. He's not a picky eater, and I love.
He's not. Yeah, like he's actually reached for like lemon slices, and he's like, I'd like to suck on this lemon.
Does he make that weird face?
Yeah, but then he goes back for more. He's like, oh, this is so crazy, but give me some more. And
do you remember that stage he was going through where he was choking himself constantly?
Yeah,
like he just loved that.
Yeah,
I don't know why he liked that, but he would take something. And it would make him gag, and then he'd just keep doing it, and it's like terrifying.
It is terrifying. I think what a lot of it was he's never felt that feeling before.
Yeah, but then the other night he had dinner, and he literally choked on something, and it was like his world was over.
Right.
He couldn't handle it. He was fine. He was okay.
Oh no, my world was over.
Both of ours was. I was like, holy moly! And he was chewing his food and running around. And he's right at that toddler stage where he's super active.
No, he was laughing.
Yeah, and if you can get him to like move around or like enjoy food, it's normally on the go. But he had food in his mouth. I had no clue, and I was messing with him. He started laughing, and of course he choked on his food.
Right.
And I said, Chelsea, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize he even had food in his mouth. But of course I didn't say that until after we made sure he was still alive. And he was fine. He was coughing.
Right.
But holy moly, that scared the bejesus out of him too.
Right.
He was like, holy moly. And then thinking about, oh, you used to love to jam shit down your throat just to test me and watch me.
Right.
And now, all right.
Right.
But a piece of rice went down the wrong way.
But it takes that minute because these are new sensations.
Right.
So they don't know that, these are new things, hot, cold. Even now when I get something out of the freezer, he wants to feel it, and then he's like, oh, like he gets excited because he knows that it's going to feel different than everything else in his life right now, you know? So I don't know. It's fascinating to me to watch their little brains work and just to, remember things. He, puts things aside and just, he retains information. It's just...
Well, don't you have things like that? Like, for me, I love oranges, right? But I cannot eat an orange without thinking about how I used to choke on them all the time.
Oh, wow.
I would almost always choke on an orange. I would bite it and chew it, and then it would get stuck to itself and, like, go halfway in my throat, and I almost always choked on oranges.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But even now, I'll eat an orange, and that's the first thought I have is, oh, my God, I used to choke on these all the time.
Wow.
Like, that's an intense memory.
Right.
I don't remember or know what Chance was eating, but...
Yeah. I think it was
hopefully it wasn't ribs.
I think it was a chip.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good if it was something that wasn't good for it.
Oh, great.
Because then he won't want it, you know what I mean?
Why are you watching my kid?
Oh, you know what else?
What?
Having something that's not good for you? Girl Scout cookies. Stop it. I love them. Do you love them?
Yeah, duh.
I'll spend $5 for a box of cookies that last me 2.2 minutes.
Favorite
especially
kind?
with the kids. Samoas and Thin Mints. You?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Favorite Thin Mints, without a doubt. But they have this new one, the lemon ice, like the lemonade or whatever. It's like a lemon shortbread. Oh my God.
I don't like lemon flavored anything sweet.
Oh, I'm a big.
I like lemons on their own, or lemons in a martini, or lemonade, but I don't like a lemon dessert.
I'm a big sweet lemon. I am a big lemon desserter.
Okay, cool. So what are they called?
I think they're called like lemon lemon.
You don't know.
Nope, not a no idea.
La 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 la. I don't know. So
lemonade, iced lemonade. I have no idea. I'm just saying things.
2 weeks ago, I looked for Samoas, and
they don't call them that.
They run it. Yeah, Danilo told me that too. They have new names now because a new
Caramel
person
Delights.
decided, fuck you. There's Samoas, and we all know it. And the problem is, Danilo went to go look for them because that's what I wanted, and everywhere didn't have them. Even my neighbor next door, Lil Peyton, didn't have any more Samoas. She had all the other ones, no Samoas. I went to Safeway.
Yeah.
And I found
Tell me.
Samoas.
At Safeway?
On sale, 2 for $1. And I shit you not, they are the same damn thing.
No way.
Do you know what that means? I'm grabbing them for you.
Girl Scout cookies year round.
Fat is what that means.
Okay.
It means I'm not going to lose weight. I'm grabbing these for you.
No, I don't want them in my life. Oh, God.
What? You don't like them?
No, I love them. Caramel Delights.
Coconut Dreams.
Oh, Keebler. Oh, I've had those.
Coconut Dreams.
I've had these.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not eating those.
Go ahead.
No.
They're fat-free and calorie-free.
No, you're an absolute
liar. They even smell like them. It's poison. I'm never going to be able to do what every year I go, okay, it's Girl Scout. It's gone. It's gone. Last year, my mother-in-law ate both of them.
I know. I remember.
And I was so mad about it. And this year, now I can just go to the market and buy them, and they're on sale.
Okay, but here's the trick, though, is that everyone in my life is like, yo, I got Girl Scout cookies, and they're going to be gone before this one episode is done.
So true.
So they all eat them. I've never done that.
Yeah, well, once Chance grows up and he's eating you at a house at home, you will do that. Because
Chance does that. Will do that fine. I have never been the kind of person who will sit with a box of cookies.
No, me neither.
And watch my life go by.
I got 2 packs.
I can't. I eat 2 or 3 cookies, and I'm like, hey, I'm good. I can't do that.
It was 2. Buy one, get one. They got the whole Monopoly thing going on. Got buy one, get one. This is the first pack. Second one's not even open. I take 2 for lunch a day. I don't even know if that's the... Let me see if that's the... Yeah, 2 cookies is serving size.
Very good.
140 calories.
70 calories each. That's very...
Also, shit ton of calories are a little fucking cookie, huh?
Well...
Think about how long it takes you to burn 70 calories.
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot.
Oh, man. Anyway, I'm all right. I'm dealing with it. I'm working out. I'm feeling good.
I know. And you're working out like crazy.
Yeah, you see my arms?
I
think I showed you them on my last...
Oh, you definitely did.
Episode.
Yes.
I'm legit, when I'm there lifting weights and I see in the mirror, I'm like, what? Or I'm like in the car with my 6 shift and I'm like, my arms, I can see the definition again. It's nice. Looks good.
Get it.
I bet my butt looks nice too.
Yeah.
Does it?
I don't know.
Did you look?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Well, you should check it out and let me know.
Okay. Yeah. Eat a couple cookies and then I'll check it out.
They don't go right to your butt, Chelsea. That's not how it works.
They do for me. You eat cookies and they go to my butt. That's I take on everybody's.
Well, in that case, I'll have 2 more, please, Gaston.
Gaston.
If I had a person that fed me cookies, his name would be Gaston.
Oh, for sure. And he'd have like the hair from the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter guy.
He would have no hair.
What was his name? Fabio.
Yeah, the butter guy. No hair. No hair.
The butter guy.
No hair
Is
anywhere.
that bad that that's how he's known now? Is the
butter guy? I can't believe he's not butter guy. Yeah, wasn't he in something before that?
Well, I think he was like a model. Wasn't he a model? Yeah.
I don't know. The first words he could say is I can't believe it's not butter. So they put him in.
And he was in Zoolander, and he did
he
did a cameo in Zoolander where he won an award.
Fuck, he won an award. Shut up.
Yeah,
in the movie.
In the movie, it was called Slashy.
Oh yeah.
And it was like you consider me an actor / model and not the other way around. It's so funny.
That was a funny movie. The first time I watched it, I didn't like it. I liked it the second time
It's
around.
great.
Same with Anchorman. The first time I watched it, I didn't like it.
Oh, I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
You know what comes out this summer is The Incredibles 2, and I think
that's gonna be good.
I think it might be Chance's first like movie theater experience.
Yeah, but those Pixar movies,
oh my
man,
God,
they are so good.
So
Your
good.
dream was to work at Pixar.
Yeah.
We should talk about that for a minute because you told me that the other day.
Yeah.
And it like blew my mind.
Yeah. That was my ultimate
Chelsea
dream.
is an amazing artist, you guys. If you guys don't know, she's got an Etsy shop. She does all these crafts. She does the whole thing with the bakery. But the truth of it is, she's a super great artist.
Thank you.
And incredibly creative. And your goal ultimately was to work at Pixar.
It was.
Why not still do it?
It was my goal to work at Pixar, and I actually I was on course to do that. I was going to school in Pasadena at Pasadena City College, and I was taking art classes, and then I would eventually transfer to not the Art Institute, it's Art
Academy
Center.
of Arts?
No, Art Center in Pasadena. And a lot of Pixar people came from Art Center. It's this really, really coveted art school, right? And it's very, very specific. They only have like 6 majors. One of them's illustration. One of them's like product design. One of them's like, all the. Okay. It's just very specific. And so I was on track to go and get my illustration degree. And in college, that's when I realized that me doing all this artwork was great, but I was doing this artwork and it wasn't making me happy anymore. Because I wasn't doing it for me, I was doing it because I was told to make these pictures and to do these drawings.
That's a similar theme I'm hearing.
Yeah. And I think it's okay that, if something's not making you happy, to get out and figure out what is going to make you happy. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's kind of like the communication thing that we talked about last week in our live video. It's like, having communication with your spouse or with your partner or with your, significant other, it sounds very, very simple on paper. It sounds like a very easy thing to do is to have communication.
Hi, and you say bye.
Right. Or what are you doing today? How can I help you? Is there a certain way that you're feeling and we need to clear some things up? It sounds very, very simple. But for some reason, communication with your significant other tends to be one of the hardest things that couples ever have to deal with.
Yeah.
And so this is like that, where it sounds very simple, find something you love and do it for the rest of your life. It sounds very, very simple, but I take that very true and I take it to heart where, if something's not making me happy, or I'm doing something just because of a paycheck, or just because I'm scared to find something else, or just because it's going to, lead to something else in the future, possibly, then I'm not going to do it. If it's not making me happy, then no.
It's really cool and it's really carefree. I think for me, one of the reasons, like, I've had certain goals that I've always wanted to be a part of something bigger. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Bigger than myself. And I'm a pretty big personality and I'm an extrovert and I'll get out there. But I've always wanted to be part of something bigger, to take people on rides, to make people feel something. Mm-hmm. And for me, if I were to look at something like Pixar, that would be the outlet to do that. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I would look at it like you are, where you're doing something necessarily for someone else. You're part of something extravagant that people then, like The Incredibles, like they look at that and they're like, wow, Pixar, like, boom. Or, all their movies are freaking amazing.
Right.
But that, for me, has always been the thing. So I'm kind of chasing a different dream that has led me in a similar position where it's like, oh, man, I'm doing this small time thing at the winery, which is great. And people love the winery. But I want to be a part of something bigger. I want to make everybody happy. I want to make everyone think and feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. And even if I'm a small piece of that, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with me, I want to know that I'm a part of that ensemble.
Right.
So how interesting, that the different goals are different things. Granted, you have a lot of things going on that are 100% based you.
Right.
I've got my acting and, comedy and things like that, but I've got the skincare. Otherwise, everything else is everyone else.
Right. Yeah.
And that's exhausting too.
It is exhausting, and it's not that you cannot find joy in doing a job where someone is the boss, or it's not necessarily all you encompassed. It's like people can find joy in that 100%. If you enjoy the work that you're doing, even if it's in a bigger company that's not just you and it's a bigger team, absolutely. You find joy in giving people tours and talking about wine.
I do enjoy that.
And doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? I personally couldn't do that. You know what I mean? And so that's huge. But the fact that you found something that you like to do, and it's also cool because you don't have to take your work home with you. Once you leave work, you're done. You know what I mean? And because so many of my jobs are just me, I'm constantly working.
Right.
Absolutely. From start to finish, sun up to sundown. If Chance is taking a nap, awesome. That's an hour for me to get work done. So I'm constantly working.
Yeah, I've got that too. With
I never get to walk away from that.
But that being said, the skincare is not the main source of income as of right now. Right. So for me, I still can choose. Right. If I'm not feeling well, like, if something's got to go. Right. That can go before the boys, before Danilo, before all that. Right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's also super fulfilling. Right. When I get something that goes really great with my own stuff, whether it be the skincare or it be my acting or comedy, like that fulfills me for so much longer and so much deeper than a winery ever could. I mean, I love the wine. Of course. But that's it, really. Right. And that a friend of mine who's in my play right now, she said her husband has a theory where if you look at something in your life and it's not fulfilling 2 out of 3 things, either financially, emotionally, or psychologically, or creatively, something like that. I can't remember what the 3 are, but something like that. And she said, if it's not fulfilling 2 out of 3 of those things, if it's fulfilling all 3, awesome. You're without a doubt. That's your golden nugget. If it's fulfilling 2 out of 3, that's enough to stick around because it's it's fulfilling something. If it's 1 out of 3, it's not good enough. Get it out. Let it go. Get it out. Right. Makes sense. And so I was like, wow, because I think that I do that subconsciously without being able to put a name on it. Right. And I think that I do look at everything that I do in my life and I'm like, no, I don't like this. No, this is not. No. You know what I mean? Right. So kind of like this podcast, like you apologize hand over fist for not being able to pay for this podcast. And I don't care about that. I never joined this podcast or helped you, fulfill your dream of having a podcast because money was not an issue. Money has never been an issue for me when it comes to this, because the 2 other things out of those 3 are being fulfilled. You know what I mean? I'm doing something creative. I'm doing something with someone I love. I'm doing something that where I'm a personality and I'm having fun and I'm expressing my opinion. And it's like, that's fulfilling to me. Yeah. Yeah, no. And if I look at it too, it's the same thing. Would I love for this to be the number 1? Absolutely. Right. But realistically, in podcast life, that's just not the case unless people hand you money or sponsor you or whatever. Right. So I've always known that too. But a good way to think about it, I like that there's 3 things. And if you're not all 3 or you're not at least 2, then get the hell rid of it. Because it isn't. It doesn't. That makes sense. I'm going to start looking at my whole entire life that way. Yeah. It's just, I like it. So, I mean, anyway, you can literally look at clothes that way. Oh, 100%. I mean, like, is it cost effective? Does it look good? Is it comfortable? Right. And if not, feel good, get rid of it. Right. Get rid of it. You're buying something just for someone else and that's it, and it sucks and it's uncomfortable, like some of this fucking lingerie. Oh, you buy? No. I mean, I don't know why my mind automatically went there, but I don't even know. You buy fucking lingerie and you're like, what the fuck is this? And it's expensive and it doesn't feel good and you're never going to wear it. So why the fuck are we even doing that? Right. And you put it on just to take it off. People just want to see you naked anyway. I mean, yeah, it's kind of true. Yeah. Just be naked. If they want to wrap something, put some paper on it. Just put some paper on it. Put a fucking shoelace. No. Leave the toilet paper there when you wipe. I don't know. Oh. Give them something to get out. No, the toilet paper's gross. Yeah, that you took it to a. Well, it does happen sometimes. It does, yeah, but don't attempt. Charmin's the one who does that. Right. Well, their bears are wiping their ass on tree bark, and they're blue, so it's like, and they never have pants or underwear on that. They're always talking about it never gets stuck, and it always does get stuck. Yeah, it's not the one to choose. Okay, they're not sponsoring us. Well, not now. Well, I'm not a blue bear. Sorry, Charmin. Tis what it is. Sorry. Tis what it is. Oh my God. All right. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Also, if you didn't watch our live video from last week, go back on our Facebook page and watch it. Yeah, the one on ours is pixelated. Chelsea shared one on our timeline from her personal page that worked a lot better. So check that one out. I did. And please, review us and show us some love, subscribe, and you can check us out individually on our websites, chelseabierce.com and lauren-kelly.com to see all the super exciting things we're up to. And make sure that you like, follow, follow, and share. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at It's Apparent Pod.
And if you wouldn't mind, please review us. We'd love that.
Yeah, make it count. We out.
Boom. Bye.